right, she started.
Alrighty.
It's a fucking can opener, mate.
Beautiful.
Should I set some mood lighting in here?
Sure, why not?
Turn this fucking... Actually...
Got the
I don't
candle
know.
going already.
I know,
mean,
but last time I did a podcast with fucking my buddies and it didn't turn out well.
Really? What,
Yeah,
with the
I
lights like this, or?
No, it was...
Ooh, look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Breaking your ankles trying to sit down.
All right, Troy.
All right.
This is the first date.
I'm so excited, man.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so glad to be here.
What do you want to talk about? You said you've been
man.
thinking all day.
Anything and everything, man. Like, all bets are off. Let's fucking give her.
Let's actually introduce yourself.
All right. So, my name, for those who don't know me, I'm...
No one fucking knows.
Yeah, I guess
you.
nobody knows. I think I have a pretty great reputation. So, my name is Troy Francis. I'm a Mohawk from the Akwesasne Reservation that borders New York State, Ontario, and Quebec. Lived on the state sides my whole life. Came to Canada for post-secondary and fucking fell in love with this country.
Are you gonna stay here?
Fucking.
I guess you said you're
right.
going back though.
Yeah. Home is home.
When
right.
are you planning on going back though?
For me, I think a 5-year plan, something like that. I'm keeping it as loose as possible, but just like some ideas of when to go
Yeah,
back.
you can't really plan out your future like that either.
Yeah.
Jacob always says like you can't have long-term goals. I believe you should have long-term goals, but they shouldn't be like written in stone.
Yeah, no, it's got to be fluid. You got to be ready to make adjustments as things happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit happens, life happens. There's no telling what's going to happen next, right?
So what's your 5-year plan then?
For me, more than anything, is to gain more experience in my field. So, as you know,
Which is?
I work with the homeless population in Ottawa. I work
Fucking
for
homeless people.
the beauties. Let me tell you
God
something.
bless. Fucking Bradford. He's like, yo, you should do a podcast with homeless people. It's like, that sounds like a great idea and a terrible idea at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Who I'm not inviting any homeless people into my home. They are homeless for a reason.
Prejudice, bias. Check the microaggressions, bro.
What are you, a social justice warrior, motherfucker?
No, not at all. Not in the least.
Yeah, no, me neither. So no.
It's
Okay, go on. What you're saying?
what were we even talking about? Just 5-year plan. So,
Well, yeah.
So right now I'm working at the Ottawa Mission as a frontline crisis.
You should pull
worker.
your mic up a little.
A little more.
Yeah.
Just
Just
better.
up.
Oh, up. True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. Perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Right on. So yeah, I've been working at the Ottawa Mission for all of 3 months now. So still really new to the job, but fuck, man, I love what I'm doing there. It's such a interesting atmosphere.
I have
so much experience.
I've talked to you a bit about it, but I haven't really got into it.
Oh man,
What is the biggest lesson you've learned so far?
the biggest lesson that I've learned.
The most monumental moment you've had that led to introspection, self-reflection.
I think it comes with. Oh, all right. This is exactly what came to me, was dealing with not only just the homeless population, but being an Aboriginal, as Canadian system says it. I was able to kind of relate on a different level with a lot of the homeless Native people there. You know, like there's people from all over the country that have ended up in Ottawa and for whatever reason have ended up homeless.
Yeah.
And from my conversations with them, they've, like, the impression I'm getting anyway is, well, obviously it's unique for case by case, but the impression that I'm getting is that the situation is so dire in some of these other communities that
Like
they're coming from.
in Ottawa or in the communities they come from?
The communities they've come from originally, other reservations up north and all those remote locations.
Have you talked about them with what reservations they come from, and like have you been able to have any conversations with people like that, or is it kind of not like that's not really your job?
No, see, it's difficult because as my job, it's a bunch of different roles all thrown in together, right?
Yeah.
So on one part,
Do you
I'm
need
security.
more coffee?
No, I'm pretty good for now. Okay. Thanks. So on one part, I'm security. On another, I'm a social worker, and then I'm just a million different things in between. And it's all about.
So what does social worker mean?
So by that I mean being able to have those conversations with the clients there, and being able to kind of see where they're at.
Are homeless people clients?
Yeah, that's what they are. They're clients to the mission.
You gotta keep your clients there, eh?
Yeah.
Sounds like a terrible thing. Reel them in, go get them, Troy.
I don't know. I think it's better to refer to them as clients than homeless. You know, because there are services that we like. Not
I thought you
me
said you weren't a
specifically.
social justice warrior.
All right. But there are services that the mission offers. Like before I started the job, I had no idea exactly what they had done. To me, what the mission was, people went there, they gave them like 3 squares and a cot, and that was it. But it's so much more, man. It's crazy.
Is it like that?
They offer.
Is it like just a big open room with a bunch of people sleeping next to each other?
No,
It's
it's more of a dorm system.
Oh,
than
true.
anything. And like it's bunk bed systems too, right?
True.
And it's
is it like an
2
army
floors.
like
yeah, it's like an army style cots.
okay, yeah, true.
And we hold up to, I think at capacity we can hold up to 250 people, something like that.
Shit,
at
eh?
a time. Yeah, and most nights we have really close to that number. Like most nights we run out of beds or
That's
whatnot.
crazy. So are people like checked in there, or can you are they brought to you? Do people go in on their own will, or are people brought in by police or by ambulance or by whatever? Is that not really your...
It's a mix of all of the above, man.
So would a police...
So we have a lot of police officers who will come and they'll drop off people who've maybe stayed before, or they know they have nowhere else to go, so they'll bring us there. The mission has a really good, close working relationship with the Ottawa Police Services.
Yeah.
And
are there police officers on duty in case shit gets fucking rowdy?
no, that's our job for the
that's
most
pretty
part. But if
crazy.
shit really does go down,
Yeah.
obviously they're going to respond.
Yeah, that's true.
And they know, like with us anyway, from what I've been gathering, is that whenever we call police, they know it's serious and they respond really quick, and they're ready to
fucking
do what they
better.
gotta do. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Homeless people with fucking rusty shanks.
You know what's crazy actually?
What?
Well, like my very first day there, we found a knife upstairs in the dorms.
Do you get...
and like
don't they get patted down before they go on?
no.
Oh my God, that's so
it's kind of
scary, dude.
just
That's-
like it's a lot of a trust thing, right?
Jesus,
It's
God bless you.
They have to turn in all of these prohibited items and stuff, and a lot of them do. It's crazy. Like
that's true.
another thing that I've been gathering is out of all of the homeless shelters in Ottawa, the Ottawa mission is to some extent the I'd say poster child and mainstream. So it's a lot. It's kind of like on the higher end of things. On the spectrum, I don't want to shit on the other
Fuck it, who cares,
things,
dude?
but
Fuck it.
for
like,
whatever
say-
reason, like the Salvation Army and Shepherds of Good Hope, they have a reputation of being a little more sus for the most part. They don't have quite the facilities we do, and they don't have the same systems that we have in place to kind of alleviate all of these different conflicts that arise.
Sus meaning suspect.
Like, yeah, for those who don't know that. Suspect.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
What is the mission funded by? Is it the government?
It's
Or is
I believe it's a 100% non-government organization. It's mostly run by donations.
really?
Yeah. It was founded in 1914, around the time of...
Is it a Canadian thing or is it a States thing?
it's a Canadian thing.
Oh, true.
Yeah. It was founded around the time like leading up to the Great Depression, and the whole basis of that was they knew that there were guys out of work, and what they had established at the time they thought was going to be a temporary thing.
Yeah.
And here we are, like 100+ years after.
That's
and
wild.
it's still
yeah.
there.
What was it like? Were there homeless people back in the day?
Oh yeah, man.
But
Fucking right.
they weren't homeless like they are today.
Yeah, I think it's a bit contrasting because back in the day, everyone was fucking broke. Man.
No, exactly.
Everyone was broke. So it wasn't quite to the same extent of homeless people
was there
today.
like as much of a drug issue as we have today? You know what I mean? When did opioids really start becoming an issue? 'Cause people weren't shooting up heroin back in 1914, right? Like they weren't just getting syringes and...
Yeah, but there were a lot of weird medical practices from what I've been learning.
Yeah, that's true, but it wouldn't be like you're not getting prescription drugs like you are today. That'd be an interesting thing to look into to see what the drug issue was like back then. Yeah. I bet it's a whole different scene now. Well, it definitely is, especially with like 3 people dying a day in BC from fentanyl. I saw this picture. I saw this fucking BBC report of 2. There's a grandmother and grandfather in the front seat of like a Toyota like 4Runner or something. There was a 4-year-old in the back, and they were both passed out. They both looked dead, and this kid was just in the back, and it was like a photo posted by the police service.
Wow.
And it was actually like super controversial. So people were like, why the fuck are you doing that to that kid? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think it's reality. Me and Jacob were having this conversation. It's like, you need to post reality. People need to see reality. We're coddled now.
Yeah, we're
like
so coddled.
We're censored.
It's crazy.
We were having a conversation where like, would war be different if... Because I was listening to a podcast. Do you know Jocko Willink?
It sounds familiar.
You need to go listen to his podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like so good. He's like... he's like super epic, and he's like a Navy SEAL, and he does these like pauses. He'll say something really profound, he'll just pause. And then he'll go back, and it's literally exactly like that. But he was talking about fucking like his time in the army. Yeah. And he's like, you need to understand what these people go through. It's not like, when you think about people dying, it's not like you see the body of like a 20-year-old soldier and his body is just mutilated with bullets. It's like destroyed, because we don't see that. That's not posted, but should it be?
See, that's the big controversy right there, because it's a PR thing, right?
It is a PR thing.
It affects the...
CNN wouldn't post that on there because they might lose ratings. They might lose viewers. Yeah. It's but would there be way more empathy and way more of an effort to stop war and to understand what war actually is if that was shown to us on the regular? Of actually just a person's body destroyed by bullets, and like, it's not a pretty picture. He painted it in my head. I didn't even see it, but like I felt it. I was like, damn, that'd be so different.
Well, even just people seeing the vast amounts of caskets that come back can be like such a profound thing.
Even caskets aren't the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Even not seeing a person, you see a casket. You don't see what that person. You don't see like that gruesome picture. I feel like that shock value. It would change people's perspective on, oh yeah, fucking war, especially you fucking Americans. I think it'd be interesting. We are very censored in many different ways. Okay, sorry. Going back to your social work.
Oh man, where to pick up again?
Well, like, what do you do? Like, what do you mean have those conversations? Have you had those conversations with these people?
It's hard to do given my position specifically, because like I said, I have so many different duties I have to do, and there's only so much time that I can, spend talking with certain people. Like,
are you like allotted time though? Are you like, hey Troy, we need you to go spend some time with this person tonight? Is it like that, or
no? It's more of a personal choice for you to engage with them.
Okay, true.
And I wouldn't say it's encouraged or discouraged.
Yeah.
It's kind of just it's
It's
whatever you choose.
Yeah, as in whether you feel comfortable or not. They're not forcing you into that position.
Yeah.
Are there like people who are trained for that there? Like, are there counselors or are there?
Yeah. There's so many different services that they offer. They have counseling services. They have
Addiction
health services.
specialists,
They have
yeah.
addiction services. They have education services.
What does that mean?
Like, so they have a couple programs that it work closely with. I believe Ottawa U, or is it Carleton? One of the
that's
universities, and they offer like
Courses?
university courses to these guys. They
For
don't
free?
Yeah. The only thing is, the drawback there is they get the information, they learn what they learn, but they don't officially get any like
Quote,
true
unquote, get the diploma.
Yeah, they don't get a diploma. They get an unofficial diploma that the mission provides, and they have their own little graduation ceremony, which is awesome. And they also help with
Feeling of accomplishment, right? Something that.
Yeah, exactly. To help keep them on that track to improvement.
Yeah.
And they also offer like high school stuff. All of those credits.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of high school education missing there.
Mm-hmm. And they also offer employment services and housing services for
what
those who are
employment-
seeking.
Is there like a intense vetting process that has to go down? Like, what are these people like addicts? Like, what is the majority of the population there? What is the issue?
I've seen a lot of...
Is it mental health? Are there like schizophrenics there and like crazy wild motherfuckers? Or is it like addicts? Or is it...
It's a huge population mixed of... I see a lot of mental health.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the... I guess lifers, you'd say, like the people who've been there a couple of years, a lot of mental health for the most part.
People have been there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
That's
Like
crazy.
there's been people who've been there for 10 plus years.
Crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of mental health.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are the ones who stay longer because the mission provides so much structure in their lives. And any change is, it's a little difficult for them to kind of comprehend. And,
True.
And move forward with. Addictions, that comes up a whole lot. And just people down on their luck, man. Just shitty situations.
How do you get down on your luck like that, though?
Family breakdown, fucking poor financial management.
But I feel like I don't know shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the only way I could possibly think of myself getting homeless is I'd understand if there was like a family breakdown, but that family breakdown would have to lead me to be an addict or to where I would be, there'd be something there. Like, how does that?
So you're saying kind of like a predisposed kind of underlying thing to bring you towards it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there just actually regular people there who are like?
Yeah, I see a couple of regular people here and there.
Whatever regular people.
Yeah. Regular people.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely always a lot of contributing factors to bringing people to that position, obviously. But from time to time, there is just the people who are down on their luck. They can't find work. They're having trouble with financial management. They're running out of people to lean on, kind of thing.
True. Yeah.
Like, you can only couch surf for so long, right?
Yeah,
Before
that's
people are
very
like,
true.
all right, come on now, let's
Get the fuck out of my house, you bum. Ruthless. Yeah, God bless. But so, have you had any of these conversations with these people? Have you been able to go in depth and?
Yes and no. I've been able to scratch a lot of the surface. Keep in mind, I've only been there 3 months. I'm still really new. A lot of the guys are still kind of just getting to know me for the most part. Because, like, they know when there's a new face. Like, they're like, hey, I don't know you. What's going on
I guess
here?
that's
What's your
their
name?
home. You're saying these people have been there for 10 years. So they kind of got the community going.
Yeah.
True.
It's a whole different dynamic there. I'm seeing a lot of, like, ex-convicts and whatnot also.
Yeah.
So, like, it's got almost a jail or prison culture in a sense, but not to the extreme extent either. But you can definitely see that there are people who just normally kind of stay their own row.
Yeah. That's
and kind of
intense,
form
dude.
these little
Clicks.
little cliques. But it's also
subgroups.
not just because I think it's more of just a comfort thing.
Yeah,
they're not going after one
If
another.
if you're in the mission, right, you have no family.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah,
Like, you
it's
have no one. You have no one
building
to go
those
to.
personal supports.
And it's like, who are we without other people?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you need that, especially in that situation. I can't
Yeah.
even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no like gang fights. There's no like.
No, nothing like that. Any squabble we have is over some like bullshit for the most part.
Just a
Like,
pack of
oh,
cigarettes."
this motherfucker was keeping me up all night,
Oh,
or
true.
this motherfucker just always says some shit, and then the mental health shit always comes up too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, prime example, the other night we had one client sitting there, and he's
So funny how you call them clients. I can't get over that. Go find me some clients. Do you get fucking?
Give me some clients.
What's
there,
that
okay?
fucking? Oh my god, I can't believe this is skipping my brain. You get a. What's that thing when you're a car salesman and you get a percentage of the sale?
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that pisses me off. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Whatever.
Moving on. Fuck it.
Yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but is
yeah.
that what you get? Like, you got a percentage of, you bring in some homeless people and you get a percentage.
some incentive
profit.
to help.
Yeah. I got some clients here today.
I brought
Surfing
in
the
a whole
streets.
5 of them. No, not at all.
Savage.
No. Yeah, no, not at all. It's people come to us for help. We offer them help.
So when do you cross the line of being in the mission and being in a mental hospital? Where does that line get crossed?
That's a very fuzzy line.
Yeah, is it?
To me, because
Are there some crazy characters in that fucking mission?
everyone there is there on good behavior. Yeah. So everyone has their shitty moments, but
Yeah.
for the most part, everyone's really well behaved, and there's just so many interesting characters and a lot of really crazy stories behind them.
Yeah, you really need to go and like sit down with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and I wish there was more time to do that, but I do have other duties that I have to attend to. So going back to what we were saying earlier, where I do get the chance to talk with guys, but it's only for probably max 5 minutes at a time, right? Like, so you can't get much context out of 5 minutes or whatever. Like
No, you
that.
can't.
It's just scraping the surface, but
Especially if there's 250 people there.
But I have, because of my background, been able to make a lot of progress with a lot of the indigenous people there.
Yeah, so what's that like? Is it like a
It's almost like a hey.
Yeah,
it's like a hey, I know what you're about.
Yeah,
you know
do
what
they
I'm
look
about.
at you and they're like,
yeah, like
hey.
it's a familiarity thing.
Yeah,
like
it's true.
I'm
It's just one of the culture.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only native person they have working in that position.
That's interesting.
So for them, it's that familiarity and that comfort, and we're just able to kind of we get each other in a certain way.
And it's just like, that'd be actually super interesting now thinking about that, because like, you see these, if there were native homeless people in the mission and they could look up to you. You could be a role model to them.
Yeah.
It's like, you get, it's like young black people. It's like you don't have many other people to look up to in those certain situations in American pop culture, and then like hip hop.
Yeah.
But you don't have like, if they are looking up to you as a person who is doing the right thing. That's interesting.
But a lot of them also look at me as their son. I
True,
get that a lot. Like,
true.
oh, you remind me of your son. I get that a lot. Holy fuck.
Really?
But no, like we do have some really good conversations though.
Yeah.
As time permits for the most part.
Should ask them if they want to be on the podcast.
That would be some shit. That would be
Bro,
really
come by
crazy.
and tell me your life story.
Yeah. It's really sad shit though, man. Oh man, so many crazy stories, and I'm just now learning a lot of the other guys' stories more and more, like as time goes on.
And it must be hard. It must be like sensitive. It must be relatively sensitive when you get into the position of like asking somebody about how they've gotten to this point in their life.
Yeah.
I guess that's like it's something that needs to be treaded carefully. But I bet when you have those conversations, they'll really appreciate it more than you think they'll appreciate it.
The littlest gestures can make a world of difference.
No, exactly. And just having a connection with someone like that, that's all they need. That's what everyone needs.
Yeah, 100%.
But especially
man.
that, it's like someone to listen to, sit there and listen
Somebody
to their
who
story.
actually fucking cares.
Yeah.
Everyone needs somebody
Gives
who
them a
cares
little
in their
time.
life.
Bro, what are you without other people? No one. It's from The Simpsons.
Fucking
Remember
true,
that
man.
epiphany? You remember that Simpsons movie? The big titty
Oh,
lady?
yeah.
She was native.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
And Ace.
Who am I with no one? That's so good.
Fucking, it's true though, man.
Yeah.
Who are we without other people? It's such a perplexing thought.
No, it is. And I always get caught up in myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like I understand that's where what is it? It's like that's where depression comes from. And that's where anxiety comes from, like a focus on yourself.
Anxiety and all that isolation, it leaves us to our thoughts and leaves us to fucking craziness.
No, exactly. And it's like once you start focusing on other people and focusing less on yourself, you realize that nothing matters. You stop taking yourself seriously.
Yeah.
Your ego dissipates.
Yeah.
And that's what leads to that. That's what leads to those down moments. Whenever I'm having down moments, I feel that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like I'm focusing too much. Like I'm stressing about bullshit right
Yeah.
now. I remember Luke sat with me. I can't wait to do a podcast with Luke. But like, I remember I had such an eye-opening moment with him last year. He was like, "Do you think about the future?" And I was like, yeah. He's like, "What do you think about?" And I said, he's like, "Or do you think often?" That's what he said, sorry.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I do. I definitely do. And he's like, "What do you think about?" And I said, I think about the future. I think about how I'm going to get to where I want to go and blah, blah, blah. And then he looked at me and I was like, and I asked him, I was like, "What do you think about?" And he's like, "I think about my family." And I was like, "God damn, Evan, what the fuck are you doing?" It really like slapped me in the face. I remember that moment. And I appreciate Luke for that moment. Speaking about who are you without, you're no one without anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where that shit leads from. That's where when you feel down, it comes from that. From you focusing on yourself too much.
Yeah.
God damn. So how long are you going to be at the mission for?
Oh, things go to all blah, 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 blah. If things go as planned and everything goes smoothly, I can see myself staying there a few years, man. At least 3, 4.
3-4 years?
Yeah, I could see myself staying
That'd be
there.
interesting.
I really enjoy what I do, man. Like I find so much fulfillment through the work I do there, and I feel like I'm making an actual difference in the smallest ways. And
it's powerful though.
It's nuts, man. Like we are directly affecting hundreds of people each day, affecting them with providing them meals or a place to sleep for the night, man. It's
do you think about living a purposeful life?
100%, man. I love to. My drive is to find those things that help reinforce the thought and the know of my I'm having a hard time trying to bring this to words.
Take a deep breath. Yeah, you got it. Let it out.
Purpose is my drive. If I'm doing shit all and I'm not making a difference in some kind of way, I feel like I'm failing, Yeah,
you're falling through the cracks.
Yeah. I feel like what the fuck am I doing with my life if I'm not trying to improve not just myself, but the world around me.
Yeah.
And by improving the world around me, I'm not doing it to improve it for myself. I'm doing it to improve it for my fellow man.
But do you think that when you do it for your fellow man, that does improve yourself?
And
you think that goes full circle? Because I definitely do.
100%, man. But like, I'm just saying, like for me, it's not with the end product of like, oh, it's gonna make me feel good ultimately.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously a side effect, and it's a nice one, but ultimately it comes down to providing a better environment for fucking you and everyone else around, man.
It's true, but do you think you need to focus on making sure you're happy before you can make anyone else happy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how are we supposed to help anyone if we can't help ourselves?
No, exactly. So where do you think that drive to help other people comes from?
I think it comes from my mother directly.
Yeah,
because she was in the social field for years and years. So
got the candle lit playing footsie.
Hey,
real cess.
So
what did she do?
She worked for an organization on the res called IPP. I can't remember what the actual name was.
IPP,
but
what?
Essentially, what they did was they provided rides for troubled families, like single mothers and whatnot, to get groceries and make appointments for their kids and that kind of thing.
So like a native Uber.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like, well, it's more than that, obviously. Like they built relationships and they talked and stuff. Yeah.
You don't use phones, you call in the wind. God bless. How long did she do that for?
About 10 years or so.
Is she still doing that?
No, she's been out of work for a couple of years now.
Is she just hanging out?
She has some health issues going on that she's trying to figure out. Yeah. So it goes back to being able to help yourself before you help others.
That's very true.
She's focusing more on herself in the last 3-4 years now, something like that.
Do you feel like you owe your mother?
Oh, 100%, man. 100%.
What do you feel like?
I feel like I owe my whole family, man.
True.
I wouldn't be the man I am today without the support that I've had. Shit was a little rough at times, but they gave me so much encouragement and so much direction in life and so much positive reinforcement for school accomplishments and shit. And I think that's what's really helped push me as far as I had gone. And I do know that through the sacrifice of my mother and my uncles and my aunts, that I don't know how I'd ever be able to pay them back. All I can do is help out in any way I can, but I feel like I could never truly pay them back for all the stuff that they had done, all the experiences and all of the wisdom that they had passed on.
Yeah, I totally feel that. See, trying to put this in words, because when growing up, I felt like I'm not saying this in a negative way. I feel like in my personal experience, I didn't get the best direction.
Mm-hmm.
I did get. God bless my mother. I love her to death, and she gave me so much love, and that's who I am today because of my mother. But it's like I feel like I really had to feel it out for myself. Mm-hmm. Do you think you had to really feel it out for yourself, or were your main role models your parents? Because growing up, I don't think my main role model, now they are. Now my mother is, but I learned a lot from a lot of other people.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, I feel like that's most people, though.
Yeah,
Once you
so.
get into that fucking getting out of
When you're
adolescence,
saying
going
fuck
into
your
all
parents, and
you
you're
just
like,
go through that rebellious bullshit.
Yeah.
To some extent,
where you don't quite understand.
You don't really know that they're people. You know.
That's very true. I was just gonna say, when was the moment that you understood that they were people, that they were just?
To be completely honest with you, I think I didn't truly grasp that until like maybe the last year, last 2 years. Like, obviously, I knew they're humans. They're people,
exactly. But you didn't get that context.
I didn't truly understand that they were once in my position, trying to test the waters and figure out where to go in life.
Was there a certain moment that really it showed you the light?
I don't think so. I think it's just, yeah, it's hard to say. I can't think, nothing comes to mind where there was one moment that was like, hey, holy shit. These are people with dreams and ambitions, and
that gave you the context of what, because that's, excuse me, shit. Take a shot. This is my first podcast not drinking.
Really?
Yeah, God bless.
Interesting.
It's feeling good.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh shit, what was I gonna say? Oh my God, I just distracted myself. Okay, I remember. Like, I totally didn't get that feeling, and I don't want to say I blame my parents for that, because I do blame my parents for that, because that was their mistake, and now I understand that they're humans, but they weren't vulnerable enough with me. They didn't relate enough to me to understand that they made mistakes, to understand that they were humans.
Yeah.
Were your parents growing up, did they show you their mistakes? Did they let you know about the stories where they failed and where they were down?
Hell no, man.
Yeah, me
Hell
neither,
no.
dude.
But who wants to talk about that shit either?
You need to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's important.
Are you?
And I'm 100% gonna take up those approaches. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm only gonna do as best as I can, but I'm gonna hope to do it a little better and cater, like, what I know now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to pass on in just a better communication line. I feel like that was lacking most from my childhood, was a proper communication. You know, everyone's parents always like, you want to talk, just let me know. But like, it's so hard for people to be able to take those moments, because they're being pulled every which way, trying to fucking pay bills and work and fucking forget about social occasions and fucking commitments. It's almost impossible for anyone to have that time to really sit down with their kids
and connect.
And
I totally agree. And it's easy enough to say, hey, let's talk. But it's like, you knowing now as a child, I'm not a child anymore, but knowing now as a young adult, that's what I'm going to do. I need to be the first line of communication. I need to, I remember telling my dad when I was younger, I told him, I was like, I'm going to be more of a friend to my child than you ever were to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's so important. Obviously, there's got to be balance. Obviously, there's got to be, it's not always going to be fun and games, because there's the fucking light to live is to suffer, and you got to fucking get slapped across the face a couple times.
Yeah.
Not actually. I don't think hitting your kid is too bad, You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I mean, sometimes they're just acting up and
You just
bring
gotta
it
give them a little
far.
fucking back.
It's just a love tap. We don't hit kids.
I might. I don't know. I'm not a perfect person.
Yeah. Who is, man? Who the fuck is?
But have you had those conversations with your parents?
Like, since, or just in general?
Like talking about like this, like the communication that was a lack thereof.
It's definitely getting better now. With the experience, because I think they probably know I'm more mature and ready for that type of thing. Maybe before they were a little, maybe they're afraid of like a pushback or fuck, maybe I did push back so many times where they did try. It's hard to say, man. Like,
do you feel like you're even past the point that your parents ever got to?
like on
On a
introspectful,
on like a vulnerability, on a being able to be transparent about how you feel and be honest with yourself enough to be honest with other people.
I'm not too sure. I'm not as close with my parents to be able to make that
That statement.
Yeah, that statement.
See, I've really learned a lot in the past like year of like I talk to my mom. I make sure I talk to my mom every week. I was talking to her every day like a couple months ago, like for an hour. There's a point where I feel like I'm even. She told me that when I was younger, growing up, that my dad used to tell my mom, "Hey, don't cry in front of the kids. Don't blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Don't show them that." And it's like I would never be that kind of person, especially right. And knowing that as a 21-year-old, it's like there was never this transparency. They were never comfortable with themselves. It's like I feel my dad going through like this renaissance right now, and he's like awakening, and like we're talking more, and I'm knowing more about his life right now than I ever did. I don't know if that's just time, or if that's actually him changing his the German culture of a man can't be sensitive.
Yeah.
Even in today's society, it's like a man you can't be transparent with your feelings because you're a worker. You're supposed to provide for, shut down, go to work. You're not supposed to be fucking pussy. You're supposed to be an alpha male. And there's like a big lesson to be learned there. I was listening to a podcast and they said this lady was talking, and she's a writer. She wrote the book Wild, and she's like, in my mind, success is transparency. It's like that's a very interesting thought. Is being able to be totally vulnerable with yourself and let your guard down in front of everybody and be yourself. That's success.
And that's one of the hardest things for people to do.
Especially now.
Emotions are uncomfortable, man.
Especially now in this fucking Twitter age.
It's a whole different beast.
See, I don't use the shit. I like go on Facebook and shit, right? But it's hard for me to even relate. I mean, you don't use it either, so it's like it's the wrong person to be talking to.
Yeah. Like I don't get, like I'm trying, like me, I try to think about the people who use social media to like an extreme
I don't fuck
extent.
with them.
Yeah, no, it's not
I don't fuck with them.
I'm trying to understand them and why they decide to pour so much focus into that alternate life when they have a life in front of them that they can focus that same amount of energy and probably move that much further along.
You know what I think it is, dude? You know, everyone needs an outlet. You know what I mean? Art is so important. Everyone needs a creative outlet. Everyone needs a little journal to write in. And our generation has switched. Twitter is our outlet. Twitter is where we pour our emotions. Twitter is the journal. And it's dangerous that way. It's gross that way because it's not you just self-reflecting. It's you trying to get praise or you trying to ego boost by putting something out there.
It becomes skewed.
It does become skewed because it's not you're doing it for yourself. So it's like everyone's this fake person now.
Yeah.
Everyone's this highlight reel that they have on Instagram. And it's even dangerous for the people looking at it too. It's because you're constantly, I know I do it. It's like, I know I compare myself to people all the time, whether it's subconsciously or consciously. It's like there's always hey, I'm 21 years old. Why am I not there?
Yeah.
Why am that? You fucking scroll through the fucking news feed. You're like, why am I not there? Whether that's subconscious or conscious, it's dangerous. There's a lot of. Do you think there's more mental health issues now in our society than there was 20 years ago?
Without a fucking doubt. To me, I think it goes hand in hand with just how we're living. We're stacked on top of each other. We're isolated. We have so many things separating us when we need to have more
but so were
understanding
people
and tighter
40 years ago.
communities. Well, this community is not what it is today than what it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 years ago. Community has shifted a lot.
It's true.
We continue to move towards these urban centers.
Yeah.
And it's I read this one book for school. It was called A Boy Who Was Raised as a Dog, and he had
a boy who was raised as a dog?
who was raised as a dog.
Sounds that's an interesting title.
It's such a good read. I highly recommend it to anyone out there. I get plugged so for every
fucking sponsorship money for these
trying to get
views.
paid, son.
Plus that check.
Yeah, let's get it. But no,
you're not getting any of that money, bro.
No, 100% not. But it is a really good book. So that book was structured by talking about it's first of all the writer was a huge renowned child psychologist and psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. He started the book off with these really grotesque and disgusting examples of cases he's had with different kids and all of these crazy things that had happened to them or that they had done. And the book's a journey. It starts off really gruesome, and then it slowly gets a little more hopeful and whatnot, and then he ends it on a really beautiful note.
What do you mean gruesome? Is it like a compilation of small stories?
Yeah, I'll give you more context.
Yeah, you shouldn't ruin the book either.
Yeah. So each chapter is a different story, essentially.
Okay.
A different case he's worked
with.
But he ends the book with a statement, a huge statement summed up is basically humans aren't meant to be living in such populated areas. We need to have more personalized and tight-knit communities because all of that support and reinforcement helps keep us healthy mentally, spiritually, physically. A child needs at least 20 peers to help, as opposed to today's standards where you have your parents, so two, or not even that, man. Today you're more, in America, you're more likely to have a dog than a father figure in the average American household.
Crazy, yeah.
So it's even more so broken up. Humans are social creatures, like we were talking about. We need all of that other experience and support through family and friends. And not only does it help the child, it helps alleviate the stress of bringing up a child to the parents and other caretakers. It takes a village to raise a child.
True.
To the most purest extent.
Yeah.
I had a really good point. So,
well, that was a pretty good point.
Yeah, no. But essentially, that's what he was saying is we need to have a better sense of unity with not only our community, but within our family unit. We need to go back to basics. We need to strengthen those family bonds and do more shit together, man.
It goes back to what the moment I had with Luke. And
exactly.
It's like I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my career, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that is. I'm thinking about the financial gains I have to make in order to be where I want to be. But it's like when you reel all that bullshit back, a family is what you need to be focusing on. There's no way you need to be close with the people who will love you unconditionally. But what is the real danger in that? What do you think is the real danger of not being close with your family? Not having a tight-knit community.
So there's plenty of studies out there that have shown that because of the way we're living in these isolating factors, it's there's a direct correlation between that and the rise in mental health. Today, we have probably the highest percentage of mental health
Quote, unquote,
issues
mental health,
than we've ever seen
Yeah.
because of all of these other factors.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a huge issue. We need to
Yeah.
start combating this,
The
man.
disconnection
Yeah.
are we?
Are we disconnected?
Well, of course we're fucking disconnected, right? But like, are we ever going to be able to combat that? How are we going to be able to combat that?
We'll have to combat society. There's too many
But
things telling us.
In what way? Does it go back to that?
I think it comes
success-
down to values of and perceived success.
No, but does it go back to that, quote, success and transparency?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Like, does it go back to everyone needs to take their walls down for a sec and look at each other as humans and not be so fucking caught up with themselves and their own insecurities that you can't even look another motherfucker in the eye?
Yeah. 100%.
Is that disconnection?
Definitely. I mean, fucking, who are we without being able to think introspectively and be able to admit our fuck ups,
Yeah.
but also our accomplishments, and be able to play to our strengths, but not for a selfish reason.
Yeah.
Play to our strengths for the betterment of those around us and those who you love.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely fucking think we're disconnected.
Yeah.
Like 100%. But there needs to be a solution with the problem. What is the solution? How do we get to that?
I think it starts with me and you. And it starts with everyone else who comes to that same conclusion. It comes with communication, and it comes with education, and it comes with just having a better understanding of knowing.
How do we get us to communicate?
Just like this, man. Talk
But how
to
do
people.
would you say you've had to go you've had to go through some stuff to be to the person you are right now? How do you get to be the person you are right now? Because you are not everybody.
Yeah, that is very true.
What needs to happen in order to get to that point?
I think, first of all, we need to take a step back from what society has laid out and subliminally told us from the time we could fucking think of a thought.
But how do you step back into what? Like, when if that's all you know, where are you gonna go? Where do you find that? If you're stepping back and there's nothing there, you're gonna fucking fall to your death. So there's no stepping back, because that's all you know. If you live in a white suburbia town in fucking Columbus, Ohio, like, you are not. What are you stepping back at? There's nothing else. What do you have to understand to?
Mushrooms.
You're so right.
100%.
You just need to get a bunch of fifth graders and give them mushrooms, and they'll understand.
They'd be like,
I definitely think that's an interesting point, because I definitely think there's validity to that, because I've definitely had my interesting moments that I definitely can remember for the rest of my life doing those experiences, not only mushrooms, but. Or I'm not condoning drugs in any way, but like in other aspects of, like, I remember doing fucking MDMA one night. Actually, it was ecstasy, and I remember I had such a profound moment with this kid. You know, it was this guy in high school, and we were walking home. It was like 6:30 in the morning. We were walking home from the party, and my teeth were chattering, and the sun's coming up, and. This is a kid I'd never really connect with ever. I would never really have a chance to connect with ever. Mm-hmm. And it's just like thinking about your parents and like understanding that they're people too. We had an opportunity where we got to trade insecurities. And that was a very profound moment in my life. And I was on drugs. I'm not condoning drugs. Don't fucking. But there's ability to do that without that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, I believe there needs to be. In order to step back, you need to have something else. There needs to be introduction to other culture. There needs to be understanding of other culture. You know what I mean? Like I also think I found that through hip hop. You know, listening to rap music, listening to the black struggle, listening to this other culture. I had an opportunity to step back out of my shoes and understand, look at the way I'm living through someone else's perspective. There needs to be you can't be stuck in your box. And that's what people are. People are fucking, what are those fucking things
Got
on
your
racehorse?
blinders.
The fucking blinders. You're going to the exit. You need to take your shit off. I mean, maybe fucking mushrooms will do that for someone.
Case by case.
But it's like, how do you do that?
I think through leading through example is probably one of the better ways to go about it.
Yeah.
But showing people how far you can go through doing things unorthodox and showing how, you know,
And being
for an
confident.
example of seeing, like, if you were, for like how you said, you're white, you're in your suburban life, you know, everything's whatever.
Everything's fucking
It's
golden,
all
bro. You
fucking
go home
laid
and
out
there's
in front
food
of
on the
you.
table. You go to school, you have friends. Why else would you look at anywhere else?
Yeah.
What's the point?
But if you were to see someone else, there needs to be something there also. You can't just flip a switch on someone. There needs to be kind of some critical thought prior. And once they see somebody else who is not necessarily as successful as they are,
Yeah.
but all the more successful in a different sense, like emotional success. They're more.
But do you even really think people recognize that? I don't think people really give a fuck if they don't have that introspection. Like people don't even look at that. It's like not even there. I believe the only way you can get there is through. Everyone needs to struggle. Like you need to struggle at one point in your life. You need to have an opportunity where you're like, holy fuck, I'm fucked. It's like whether it's going through mental health issues, whether it's like hitting the breaking point and being like, I have to look at this another way or else it's gonna be the fucking end of me. Mm-hmm. But it's like, are these kids gonna ever struggle? These spoiled motherfuckers who live in their little tight-knit world,
Yeah.
that have everything handed to them. Fucking Joe Rogan was saying today, we just need to get hit by a meteor. Something needs to happen. We just need.
Yeah.
There needs to be something there. There needs to be something to happen, because we live in it's too easy, especially now, especially our generation. But it's like you come from a different community. You come from oppression. You come from a history that you were surrounded by that. You understand that. And then you stepped into a different world. You stepped into the
ship.
the white. Yeah, you fucking jumped.
I stepped out of the canoe and into
Yeah,
the ship.
you stepped out of the fucking canoe and into the ship. And it's just a different. It's different. And can you blame people for ignorance? And how do you change that ignorance? That's the thing. It's like, where does it start?
Raising awareness, man, just like anything else. All it takes is an idea. With one person with a good idea to spread that, even if it's just through word of mouth. It won't be a quick change, and it won't be an easy change.
It's true.
And it's going to take a lot of time.
It's true. Patience.
A lot of patience.
That's a very big lesson. That's a big lesson in life.
But it is very much so possible for people to slowly grasp those ideas
Yeah.
and kind of be like, hey, I don't have to live this way.
Yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck I want with my life.
Yeah.
Why have all of these perceived limitations?
Because of the powers that be, dude. We need to go to school. We need to have money in order to be happy.
But that's what they have us believing.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's part of the issue. Obviously, it's good to have these things. They as we've been learning, it gives you a better chance of surviving and procreating and passing on your fucking genetic codes and shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Those spermies.
Yeah.
Little baby Evans. Millions die a day. Mass murderer.
Oh,
Little
genociding in the pants.
I guess they're just the bottom half. Oh my god, I can't believe I just forgot my thought. What were you just saying?
We were talking about how do we instill these changes?
See, like, I'm not the smartest dude, and as open-minded as I'd love to think I am, I'm still caught up in this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I still have those thoughts. How can I expect other motherfuckers to even have the slightest like drive to not want to be that? Where does that come from? How does that get changed? Do you think the education system needs to be changed?
100%.
Yeah.
150%.
175.
No,
but see, that's not going to be changed because that's the powers that be. How are you going to change that?
Through
Do you need to play the game to beat the game?
There are...
Because that's the mindset I'm in right now.
Yeah.
I need to play the game to beat the game.
It's something that can be accomplished through different means. It's I don't know, man. I'm not too sure where I'm going with that.
Well, you want to smoke a joint?
Yeah, smoke breaks.
You better put your headphones on there, dude. We're rolling. The purple haze. Who the fuck?
Well, hot damn.
Who the fuck believes drug dealers? Whenever someone says, "Yo, bro, this is purple crack," this is green crack here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to sell me, dude? Get the fuck out of my face. I don't believe.
As long as it does the
thing.
trick. And this one,
As
I'm
long
a
as it
fan.
does the trick.
I'm a fan of this batch.
See, that's my issue. I haven't been smoking weed much.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I smoked weed. I do, but I don't. It was like last week sometime. Jacob came over and I rolled a joint with him. But it's like that's the issue. It's like it'll be so much different when it's legal and you're able to go. God bless Canada making pot legal. We're the first in
Canada.
You're really on the ship now, dude. You're really on the ship. But it's going to be so much better being able to go and like look at the fucking shelf and be like, okay, I really like that one because that one makes me feel like that. Mm-hmm. That one makes me feel like that. Because before you'd get weed from your fucking drug dealer and you'd fucking smoke some and you'd be like, on your ass and it would make you feel like shit, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that, and it's gonna be so much nicer.
It's so unpredictable.
It'll be so much nicer to actually like go pick out your strain, pick out what the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. And again, we're not condoning drugs. Yeah, weed ain't drugs. It's medicine.
Actually, I definitely feel like you can use weed as a what the fuck? I'm lost on where to.
No, same.
Can be used as a numbing tool. You can definitely abuse the shit out. I definitely know that because I definitely have in my life. That's definitely been a thing.
Well, fuck, you can abuse anything, man. It's fucking...
Yeah, that's true.
It's shitty, but it's fucking true. It all comes with discipline. Discipline is such a fucking hard thing to practice, but once you get it, you got it.
You know what, Sam, this should click with you. So listening to this podcast, Jocko Willink, and he's like, you know what, motivation is not the key. Motivation is not the key to life. Discipline is. Motivation can come and go. Motivation can go away with the slight. You can't rely on something that volatile. Discipline.
Motivation comes and goes, and discipline's something that takes time to work on. And once you've established those practices, it's pretty fucking hard to fuck it up after.
Yeah, exactly. And that it's more of a, like you said, it comes and goes. Motivation.
Like, I've had so many, like, fuck, even today, like, all the time, I'm finding myself getting motivation to do all these things, and then, like, I'm like, I get all this drive, and then out of nowhere, fuck, it's gone.
Just pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
Just disperse.
Like, I say I want to do all these things, then, like, I'll start something, and then other things happen, and then blah, 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 fucking, then that's it. Fucking the project's done, half-baked.
Yeah.
And discipline is just an entirely different animal.
I'm gonna be totally honest, Sam. You're making me a little uncomfortable just sitting there.
Throw some headphones on, get in on this.
If you're in, you're in. If you're not in, you're in the way. That is what I'm saying, dude. But actually. Oh, well, can me and Troy just do this and then smoke another one with you later, please? I'm sorry, but it actually is just, it's we're in the zone. It's disgusting.
Grease.
Thank you, Sam, for understanding.
Yeah, thank you.
Because that's,
It's like just having that audience, it kind of makes things a little different.
Back up. If you're not in.
Could have made her our Jamie. Look this up.
Yeah, right. I think she's that technically skilled.
Shots fired.
I don't.
I guess you would know better than me.
I mean, you'd know too, but you're just.
You're a
social justice warrior. You're scared of microaggressions.
No, check your microaggressions.
Yo, I bring them. I bring those microaggressions, motherfucker. Fuck your feelings, dog.
Bring the ruckus.
Fuck your feelings. That's the point that I'm at in life right now.
Yeah.
And it feels beautiful.
You feel free, don't you?
Yeah. 100%. Like, there's no one I need to protect with my comments. You know, I'm really starting to believe in tough love. And it's like, it's just an ego thing too. It's like people who are scared to offend people with their comments, you need to fucking check your ego. It's like, you may think you're doing something, but it's like, what are your words? Why do you think you have the power to hurt someone? Like, why?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
I never had it put like that quite before.
Yeah, it's a different perspective on it. But like, why do you think you need to fucking sit down and be humble to really think your words mean that much? Who are you?
Yeah, that is very true. But the argument to that would be fucking people are so sensitive to shit too.
I know, but I don't want to condone that either. I don't want to condone that because that's dangerous as shit. I don't know where we're going.
It's policing language.
It's censorship in all aspects. It's like, why? And that's definitely that's a goal I want to have in life. Is to be able to have no boundaries. There shouldn't be boundaries for anything.
Well, it just goes to being 100% genuine and real with people. And it's not an easy task, and it takes practice. And to an extent, you know, don't be a fucking asshole either, but like, be real, be blunt. Fucking people need to hear certain things.
And it all goes back to fear. Like that all, what are you scared of?
Yeah.
What conversation are you scared of having, and why are you scared of having that conversation?
True.
Why are you scared of hearing someone tell you that you need to fucking smarten up? And like, why are you afraid of having that conversation that you need to do better? It's like what you're afraid of looking at yourself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
This conversation might go sideways after this.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you.
So this is where we're gonna make it into a part 2.
No, we're
just gonna keep going. Unofficial part 2.
It's raw, dude. I just want to have conversations.
That's fucking right, man. Conversations are a beautiful thing.
Did I tell you about the dude who I'm gonna be? I want to practice my interview skills. I think I'm passionate about that right now. I really want to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you about the guy who I'm gonna have a conversation with.
No.
Okay, have you? Have me and Jacob ever talked about the guy from my hometown who has this Instagram account called Connecting Consciousness?
I remember you mentioning it before, but you'll have to remind me. Like, tell me more.
Okay, so this guy named Shane from Muskoka.
Mm-hmm.
He has this Instagram account called Connecting Consciousness. You should go check it out. And it's got 125,000 followers. And it's like some wild shit. It's very different, is what I'm going to say. It's like, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, let's check it.
So it's like, the best way I can describe it is conspiracy theories.
Okay.
But it's incredible fact. And there's a bunch of pictures, and it says, it is becoming more known around the world that it is in fact your thoughts which create your own reality. Every thought you have can be measured at a microhertz frequency. Positive thoughts have a high resonance, negative thoughts have a very low resonance. It is these very thoughts which transcend into the physical and shape your reality. Notice how negative people don't have the nicest realities? ? And this guy, he's big time, man. He's got 125,000. He's got 125. I'm gonna go have a conversation with him on the 26th.
Nice.
So it's gonna be very, very interesting. I'm really, really excited about that.
Fuck.
I don't know what we were talking about before that led to this. Do you remember?
No. Moving on.
Yeah, but he's got...
So did you know him before?
I did, man. It was trippy. So I didn't know him, but like I had conversations with him before, and like I used to work at McDonald's with him, and he was in my high school. He's only a year older.
Okay.
And I was definitely... I knew him. I guess I could say I knew him.
Yeah.
But I messaged him on Facebook because I was asking him. I was like, "Hey, man, you want to sit down and have a conversation? I'm super interested in what you do and your platform, and I want to just talk about what you're into. Like, learn me something about GMOs and learn me something about fucking geoengineering, because he's into all that bullshit too. I'm not saying bullshit, but
yeah.
And he used to be a cool kid.
Yeah.
That's how we'll put it.
Okay.
But I messaged him. I was beautifully surprised at the way he responded. He was such a nice guy. I haven't seen the guy in years, right? So he really came into his own person. But it was such it was so different than what I remember the interactions being like. It's not lit, dude.
It's lit.
It's lit. So I didn't really know. I didn't really know him. I'll definitely get to know him more after this conversation I have with him. But it should be interesting.
I look forward to listening to it when the time comes.
100%. Are you in your 5-year plan? Are you making room for travel? Because I had a fucking dream. I went to China last night, and
Really?
it was I want to go to China so bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, for me, I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to go overseas for anything.
You want to talk straight in the mic, sir?
I don't want to go overseas for anything. What I want to do is fucking explore and see what this continent has to offer from north to south, because there's so much here, and it's such a vast landscape. with fucking rainforests and deserts and tundras and all kinds of crazy shit.
You can go from penguins to desert all the way back to polar bears. See, I'm just not super interested in North America right now.
No, fuck. That's well. It's my home continent.
I mark my words. I'm living in New York City in 6 years. I'll be there in 2023. I'll be living in New York City 100%. I want to move to the States, and I want to explore cities. That'd be super cool. I want to explore urban parts I don't want to go to Yellowstone. But nothing intrigues me more than being immersed in such a different culture. That would be China, that would be Asia, that would be like Russia. It'd be a wild experience. I think is it you who said travel is the opposite of ignorance?
No.
Someone in my life said that to me. Travel's the best education. I know my mom always says it. But travel is the best education. Like we were talking about before. The fucking understanding the way to get connected with people is understanding other cultures. It's like that's the way to really counterbalance this disconnection that we have. And it'd just be so super interesting. My grandparents went to first China, then Tibet, and they did a big circle, and they went to Russia last year. Wow. And they're really living it up. And it's really cool because they get to do that. But fuck doing that when I'm 75.
Yeah, true.
Man, fuck doing that when I'm 75. I got to do that right now and learn what they learned at 75 right now. I'm not waiting that 50 years. There's no way I could postpone that. That needs to go to use. There's value in that. So I don't know what I'm going to do, bro. I'm going to figure it out, but I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see.
You have a lot of potential, man. Can't wait to see where you end up.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate me too.
I wrote in my journal this morning for the first time.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
How was that?
Good. Your name's definitely in it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
100%. I just really, that's another, I'm listening to all these podcasts and I'm taking in all this different information, and I really want to get on my habits. I really want to get the discipline. I go to the gym every day. I want to read every day. I want to write in my journal every day. I felt such a good feeling today, and I was thinking when I was in the fucking sauna. Try to meditate every time I'm in that sauna.
Yeah.
Attempt to anyway. I'm bad at it, but I'll get better. I'm really bad at it. It's hard. It's hard, and I'm such a fidgety guy, and I'm always need to be doing something.
Yeah.
But people say it's been, I believe everything happens for a reason. And it's been getting fucking thrown in my life so much. You need to journal. My mom tells me it. My dad tells me. Every single person. Tim Ferriss does this podcast with really quote unquote successful people. And every single one of them journals. And they always say it. They always say how important it is to put down what you appreciate, get all that cloudiness out of your mind in the morning, get everything out on the page. And it's just a constant reminder. You appreciate what you're grateful for. Not only do you put a little, you write whatever you want. It's a little note to yourself.
Yeah.
But you use that as a reminder to stay grounded, because happiness lies on the other side of gratitude. That's what I believe. And if you write that down, and this is just what people are saying.
Yeah.
Right. I haven't done it yet. Today was my first day. I'm definitely going to do it tomorrow. So I want to get that habit going. I don't really want to write. I want to learn how to write anyway. If you ever had that angst to write something,
Well, for the last 2 years or so, I've been bouncing around my head a lot to fucking start jotting down like life events and shit, and just kind of end up making like a sort of autobiography to an extent, like,
True,
but
eh?
not for like mass production or anything.
Yeah.
More so just to catalog my life and possibly pass that down to my children and children's children, just for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure why exactly I'd like to do that, but for me, it's just something
Everyone
like to
does,
do.
right? There's something about legacy.
Yeah, it's odd, eh?
It's something about, but I guess it goes back to being purposeful. Like we want to teach people. There's a force in us all that wants to help other people,
and that can be done through telling them like of our mistakes and how we dealt with that and how we overcame those and how to avoid those things. Well,
an autobiography isn't a fucking rule book, right?
Yeah,
it's a reflection.
Yeah,
it's not a rule book. It's like you're being vulnerable enough to teach other people lessons. And it's not like you'd write in that bullshit like do this, do that, do that. It's like I did this and I went through that. Yeah, and I'm reflecting it. It's super interesting.
And I like the idea of that is cool because here's a story I was told by a homeless man, actually.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's get to the homeless stories.
We were talking.
That's what I want, Troy. That's your homework for me, dog.
All right.
You got to have a nice conversation. You got to come back to the podcast and share it.
Okay.
That's like a mission. You got to get a good story.
All right. Another story then.
Yes, 100%.
So this was one of my first like long conversations with one of the clients there. Yeah. And there's some like
I want to roll another one. Like, I feel it, dude.
All right.
I feel like this Bush Kush is shit.
Fucking so this is one of the first guys I really started to connect with, right? Some Ojibwe man. I'll leave his name out for obvious reasons, but this is what he had told me after 10 minutes of talking.
Blow him up and call him start an Instagram account.
Shout out.
Start an Instagram.
Dude, this is where it got real interesting because all over the place. Fucker. So we were talking and we ended up at this point. He said to me, he says, you know what I want out of life? I think I want to write a book. And the purpose of this book. And then he kind of went on a tangent. He says, have you ever heard of the tripping stones of life? And I said, no. Well, because I didn't. So this is how he explained it to me. He said the tripping stones of life are, imagine life as a singular path. We all walk the same path. And then at some point in this path, there's a discrepancy. There's a stone missing. There's the path gets a little rough. Say you're all walking single file in society. Yeah. And then you trip up on this stone, but you fail to tell anyone else about the troubles of that stone. So you go about your day, continue to move on, and then the next person behind you trips on that stone.
It's very interesting.
And if nobody relays the message and issues
flashes
of that,
your lights,
everyone's gonna hit that stone. Yeah. So basically, what I got out of that is kind of going to what you were saying about the autobiography being a possible teaching tool. Not a rule book, but just like, hey, look out for these types of situations and things. They can really fuck up your life if you don't keep it in check or watch and be mindful.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something I want to do as well. But I feel like this podcast right here, this is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
I got fuck anything else. This is a journal.
It's basically like an audiobook.
100%. We're gonna be all. It's gonna be here forever. And we're gonna be able to go look at you and be like 20 years from now. You're gonna be able to go listen to how you're thinking.
And laugh at what we were thinking. Fucking idiots. No, it would be so.
Weed ruined my life.
I'm all fucked up. That'd be some shit.
Be sitting in the mission as a homeless person. Fuck, I was working here back.
And then everyone there will be like, oh, yeah, sure. Don't listen to him. He's always talking shit.
So good.
I used to be one of you, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah, I definitely wanna start writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it's an ego thing, and I just want to be able to have a voice in my life. And it's selfish, and it's like egotistical, and it's false, because who the fuck am I to anyone? But it's like something that feels like that's when I will get that purpose. I feel like that's where I'm best suited to get that purpose. It's like I think about like going to war, and it's like I wouldn't want to go. I understand serving, I understand the sacrifice, but I feel like my tools will be best used in another place. It is egotistical to want to do that, right? Everything is egotistical, but ego is used in such a negative.
It's viewed in a very negative spotlight.
Yeah, there's such a negative connotation that comes with the word ego.
Yeah.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I'm so high. Ego comes with a negative connotation,
but used in a positive light, it can be very.
But there's a difference between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
And there's context to every situation. Sorry that took so fucking long to get out. Jesus Christ. There can't be just a blank slate of how one thing is viewed. But I mean, I think that's just in my brain. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to have more conversations with fellow civilians about ego. So I'm not really sure how it's viewed among. It's not really a conversation that's usually had.
Yeah, people don't generally talk about ego. What is that?
It's coffee.
No,
True.
true.
What is it called? You said you were going to shout it out.
Huh?
You said you were going to shout out the coffee. What's it called?
Oh, fucking.
Plug it. Checks.
What the hell is it called?
Mad Coffee?
No. It's made by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Caffeinated as fuck, I believe.
That's actually such a good name.
Yeah, caffeinated as fuck. Got a beautiful skull on it.
That's
very nice.
That's
though.
the power. That's the power of the Joe Rogan advertisement.
Yeah, it's far-reaching.
Yeah, you were caught. They got you. That's
But
exactly what they paid for.
I was very satisfied with what the purchase was.
You should just not buy anything ever.
Save that money.
See, that's what I like. I like his podcast for that too, and it's a smart marketing tool. When it comes to business, it's like if you want to create a brand, you have to make sure everything associated with you is on match with that, and you have to be honest about it. You can't be just fucking
going for the check.
Yeah, imagine if Joe Rogan came out here and he fucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving you. like Joe Rogan sponsored by McDonald's. Like that shit would be all fucked up.
The McRogan. For a limited time.
It's not that big. Like it would be fucking.
It'd be pathetic.
It'd be
terrible.
embarrassing. So you gotta sell a good product, especially if you're fucking Joe Rogan.
100%. He has created a sort of he has created a sort of expectation.
Yeah, but he is such a diverse guy too.
Yeah.
So he's like mastered the brand. He has no borders. He can talk to anyone. Fucking Maddie said one time he's like a man's man. He could have a conversation with anyone. His mindset is so expanding. He started commentating UFC. that meathead shit. Did fucking Fear Factor. Like, what a goofy bastard.
Yeah.
But
He's a beauty.
He still has such an open mind. And I bet that podcast helped him a lot.
Oh, 100%. He got exposed to so many crazy, like, ideas and conversations with all of these professionals.
Yeah, like such smart people.
It's just such an awesome position to find yourself in.
Oh, really, though?
Like, for lack of better words, that's just fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's some ace shit.
Yeah, that is some ace-ass shit.
And for those who don't know, ace is a very classic term from where I'm
Fucking
from.
motherfuckers know what ace means.
Nobody knows what ace means. I always say it and people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But ace has been around in Akwesasne for at least like a solid 60, 70 years or so.
Yeah.
It's just a classic ass
Your
term.
mom, like, woke you up in the morning. She's like, don't forget to say ace. Keep the tradition going.
I wish. It's just a thing the kids say.
That's interesting. How was it passed down to you?
Through the next generation of kids. Oral tradition.
Very interesting.
Yeah. It's classic, man.
I
We
was
still got a
mind
lot of-
blown when you said fucking like I asked you about the writing,
Oh, yeah.
and you said it's all oral tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a
There's
it's a
nothing
fairly
written
recent
down.
adaptation that we even have like a language, and it's all incorrect if you were to read it out.
Yeah, it just doesn't
That,
work.
like, phonetically is completely different than how we spell
and
things.
anything spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Like, I suppose I should give some examples, not just leave everyone hanging. So in my language, we don't have certain syllables. We don't have B's. We don't have Z's. We don't have a fuck ton of letters, essentially.
It's totally different.
And K's are pronounced as like G's, essentially, and different combinations of letters create different sounds also. Like is E-N, and is O-N, and then
Yeah, so you
there's
wouldn't be
just all
able
kinds
to
of, it's just
read a piece of paper with
No.
that shit on it and fucking.
that's why the phonetic spelling is completely different. And I'm not even
Super
too sure
strange.
how, like, at what point the language became a thing. No, actually, I know when it became
Yeah, I was there.
in 1864. This is out. No, what happened was during the early years of colonization,
Yeah.
when the priests were trying to convert all of the tribal nations, and this is a side fact, this is also a reason why a lot of languages are still alive, because what priests had done,
Those bastards.
what priests has
They just
priests
rape
had done-
culture and rape children. Fucked up. What a terrible.
what they did was they translated the language into the biblical scripture, and they did this with all different tribes, like, just to try and give us something to kind of grasp and read in hopes of converting us. And they were very successful in doing so in a lot of cases, because Akwesasne was originally it was our summer area, like our hunting grounds, fishing grounds. But as we moved out of there, it was resettled and became a mission.
Is there a fear in your community about the loss of culture?
100%. And this is a fear that's felt mostly by those who are traditional or are older.
Yeah. Do you think you guys are in the ship? Do you think you were ransacked? And it's almost impossible for you guys to be in the canoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And our situation is a very unique one where our it's territory, mind you. It's not technically a reservation, it's a territory. We resettled that, like we kind of recaptured it. I couldn't tell you the year, but
I remember watching a documentary about a gunfight between a reservation. It was in the 1980s. I don't remember what the place is. Somewhere in the States. There was a gunfight between a residence and local police force.
We had
Local
some
military.
pretty similar situations like that. Oh, are you talking about the Oka crisis?
It might be.
Okay, so that was in Ontario.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
What year was it in?
Early 90s. I did a paper on it. What year
Sure.
was it?
Yeah,
Anyway,
let's look it up.
Yeah.
Oka crisis.
So that was between the Mohawks of Gunasadaga and the town of Oka.
1990.
1990. Okay,
Oh,
so
it is. It's in Quebec.
yeah. Oh, my bad. Quebec.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's right. Because what happened was the town wanted to expand their golf course, and this golf course would have went into some like traditional burial grounds.
Yeah. And they're like, fuck you.
So yeah, we tried formally to stop it many times to no avail. So
Fucked
we had
up.
to take action, and it ended up resulting in 2,500 military personnel, tanks, aircraft, fucking barricades, roadblocks, gunfire.
I remember there's a very interesting documentary on YouTube. I definitely remember watching it.
Yeah. And that was a really interesting.
What?
The later half of the 20th century. The later half
Yeah.
of that fucking the 1900s was a very interesting time for the native
It's
population.
been super interesting for you for the past 200 years.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's been quite interesting. Nice. But what was the end of that dispute? Hey, leave it. Fuck. What was the end of the dispute? Like, what was the outcome?
What ended up happening was some 30 warriors were left in this encampment, and they surrendered after, I believe, 90 days of a standoff. And
78.
oh, okay, so still,
I'm not correcting you. I'm just giving you some.
yeah.
I'm reading off Wikipedia.
No, it's good to have accurate information.
You know what? Even you said 2,500 soldiers.
Yeah.
It's like 4,500.
Wikipedia could be wrong on
Yeah,
that.
true.
I'm pretty sure it's 2,500 because I had to do a lot of research for this.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. Sorry,
But
I
they're-
read it wrong.
they're probably
there
combining-
were 600 armed warriors.
Yeah.
quote unquote.
No, there was like 40 guys. There was like 30
Yeah,
guys,
you're right.
and there was
Wikipedia is
like
a bad reference.
50 women, a couple children, all in this
True.
little encampment.
So-
And they were surrounded first. There was first a quarrel with the police, and
What started off?
so it started with a roadblock, which resulted in
Who shot the first gun though?
I don't want to get it wrong,
Yeah.
but the gunfire ensued, and within the confusion, Constable
That's about it.
Constable LeMay was killed. They don't know who killed him. It's speculated friendly fire. It's speculated the warriors.
Oh, that's so wild.
Even to today, they don't know who shot him.
It was between a group of Mohawks.
Yep. And after that incident, they called in the military.
True. What's the difference between, you said they were going for an ancient Indian
Ancient Indian burial ground.
Okay, but
I mean, that's what it was, though.
Yeah, I literally just read that off of Wikipedia.
Of course.
It's just in my mind. So an ancient native burial ground.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and what just happened with the pipeline? Dakota Access.
Yeah, so that was the Sioux traditional lands.
It was a burial ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Probably.
I definitely believe it was a burial
I think
ground.
so.
I definitely believe it was burial ground.
Well, what is the difference between it? There's very similar actions that had happened. Just in today's standards, it was, to me, the whole No Dapple was a sort of reawakening in Indian country. There was a lot of events like that had happened in the past, but on a different scale, smaller scale, more injury, more death, more gunfire. This was just a sort of big protest. In the past, it's been actual conflicts.
Because people were coming from all around the world, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just a small community this time doing it.
It was the influence of social media. We've had
unbelievable,
so much support, and it was a beautiful thing to see.
2 years ago, I remember. I want to make sure it might have been 3 years ago. I was watching the Egyptian Revolution on fucking a live feed on Vice.
Yep.
It was in 2011.
Wow.
It was like 5 years ago.
That's
6
crazy.
years ago.
That's
I was
crazy.
watching a fucking live stream on Vice in class one day. And there was a million. Have you heard of this? The Egyptian Revolution? Did you, when they took over something, Tahrir Square? I don't know. There's a big fucking documentary on it too. There was 1 million people there.
Wow.
And they say that this was fueled by Twitter. This was broadcasted all across Twitter, and this is this is an even better picture. That many people showed up there because of Twitter, because the influence that people could have with their local communities.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone come together at one time space. This was like the peak of Twitter. Fucking. But you look at speaking of protests. Jesus Christ. You look at the women's protests. How crazy is that? This shit is turning insane. It can be used for such good and it can be used for such bad.
It's the power of communication.
Yeah. There were 8 million people. There were like 11. I don't want to fuck these numbers up. I don't want to be another fucking pleb.
Pleb.
Let's see how many people were in the Women's March. The Women's March. It happened right after Trump. There was 5 million people estimated protesting worldwide. There were 500,000 people at Washington March, and this is another thing that happened over social media. There's no way 5 million people across the world can protest at one time. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But
we're connected like we've never been connected before, and it's just such a crazy time to be alive.
Do you think we'll adapt to that? Do you think there's going to be some learning curves, but can we adapt to surviving mentally with being connected to everyone? Like, will there be a time where are we just fucked?
I'm not too sure. I'd like to think that we would be able to adapt and use it to the benefit, but there are so many different ideological differences, and I'm not too sure how it's going to work out in the long run. I'd like to be optimistic, but who knows?
Remember,
man.
we're saying you got to be blunt.
Yeah. I'd like to be optimistic.
Yeah,
but
no.
people are fucked.
Same. I think it's going to get better from here.
Yeah.
Until it hits that point where I believe our innovation is going to grow faster. It already is, but like we're going to innovate faster than we can be accustomed to that innovation. And it's just going to kill us in the end. Eventually.
Yeah.
But Joe Rogan said something. I hear this all the time now. We are the human race is the caterpillar to the butterfly that is technology. This will live beyond us. We are evolving it's a different evolution in life. It's never happened on this planet like this, but it's a different kind of evolution. It's not so much biologically. It's like whatever you want to call it. I guess it is biological because it's just a new sort of form that's going to live past us. I definitely believe it. We're going to evolve into robots. Eventually, that's the point we're going to get to when it's just going to be, this human carcass thing we have is such a drawback. Things can be, our intelligence could be used so much better without this limiting thing that is the human body.
So, till we reach transcendence,
we're
going to be limited by our meat vehicles.
We are going to be fucking limited by these meat vehicles.
Our meat machines.
That's why you got to take care of them, you bastards.
You're right, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. I think that's another fucking thing I want to throw on that fucking list of to-dos is eat healthy. Yeah. Always try to just be conscious of what I'm eating.
It
makes me feel so much better too, though, and like going to the gym, like it makes me feel so much fucking better.
Just ready to fucking take on the world.
Discipline.
Yes.
All right. Well, are we done?
How long have we been going now?
Fuck it. Who cares? I think we're done.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're spent.
Yeah.
All right.
We've touched on a lot of random
shit. You got to talk
shit.
to the mic, motherfucker.
We've touched on a lot of random shit tonight.
I've touched you.
Yes.
All right.